When I was an ICC intern, I had to lug around all 450 pounds of our duffel bags.
Not by yourself, Josh.
I remember when I first got to the training center, I was so stoked to be there.
Kind of like how I was at my first conference.
Can you imagine?
At my first conference, I didn't really know why I was there.
I was 16 when I went to my first conference, which, that's pretty old, but we all know that's not as old as John Davis.
21, old man.
Hey, how many ICC training events did we figure out we'd been to before touring together?
136.
Well, hey, at least we had a lot of practice traveling around.
We definitely had time to listen to all of our music.
We had 14 weeks worth of music on our iPods.
I still think it's kind of crazy how well we work together, despite being so incredibly different.
Yeah, like with food. The girls, and especially Avery girl, love hummus, which is just disgusting.
And remember how Catherine would always write lists everywhere instead of journals?
Yeah. Katie, have your feet grown any since tour?
No, I'm still a girl size 4, but the one you really need to ask about their feet size are John, David, and Daniel.
You know, you're right. Are you guys still wearing like those aircraft carrier size shoes?
Oh yeah! Hey, do you remember how Rebecca had read almost every book by C.S. Lewis before a tour had even started?
I'm still a really big fan.
And remember how Avery Boy would walk around with that can of spray paint doing legal graffiti?
How long did it take you to clean up the motorhome that one time?
No comment, Brandon. We never messed with Kaylee because we all know she was a black belt in Tong Sudo.
Still can't say it.
Whatever.
And Katie always carried those chopsticks with her so she could cook bacon. It worked out well. Okay.
Remember how Josh kept calling himself the King of Scotland? I actually thought he was the King of Scotland.
But it was actually only in that reenactment. And Hannah would always dance everywhere because she was like a ballerina.
Don't make fun of me.
It seemed like for John David, everything came back to baseball, which I guess is sort of appropriate since you played for what, 12 years?
Yep, 12 years.
Speaking of sports, remember how Daniel's a Georgia Bulldog fan?
Oh yeah.
Even though he lives in Alabama?
What can I say?
You're treated.
They're the best team.
Seth always thought he was some kind of movie star, just because he had that internet movie database page.
Boy, you are just jealous.
Now, you, my friend, are a poser.
Oh, you just want to be on the internet.
We were all so weird.
But you know, that's what makes us our team.
Well, we better head back, guys. But before we do that, let's all do a finger count. Very funny, guys.